Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be upon you.
Total physical response. Comprehension approach.
The content that we will present about total physical response method is the meaning, the developer of this method, the characteristics, the differences between traditional and total physical response method, the types, the advantages and disadvantages.
What is total physical response? The total physical response is a language teaching method built around the coordination of speech and action. It attempts to teach language through physical motor activity. For example, flashcard vocabulary, storytelling, acting song, and etc. This method was developed by James Asher, Professor Emeritus of Psychology at St. George State University. The characteristics of total physical response. First, the coordination of speech and action. Second, learner's role of listener and performer. Third, learning language by body movements. Finally, the teacher and the students are the actors. The differences between traditional method and total physical response method. Traditional method is teacher-centered, non-communicative, and students are listeners. But total physical response method is student-centered, purely communicative, and students are actors. There are four main types of total physical response method. First is using objects. Second, using body movements. Third, using pictures. Fourth, using storytelling. The advantages of total physical response. It is fun, easy, and memorable method. In addition, it helps learners achieve fluency faster in learning language. Moreover, it creates positive thinking. The disadvantages of total physical response. It can be a challenge for shy students. It is not a very creative method. Overusing total physical response method causes someone easily bored. Let's watch the video by using total physical response method.
Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your elbows. Touch your head. Simon didn't say to touch your head.
Next method. Next method. physical response method.
The effectiveness of total physical response storytelling method in English map shape vocabulary. The target group were experimented in this research are 31 first grade literate students in Madrasah Ibadiyah Sirajul Banat, Jakarta. The problem of this research is teachers in elementary schools still use conventional methods. The solutions of this research is using total physical response in the class. Students will be more active with activities, and total physical response activities are storytelling, playing games, and body language. The result of this research is total physical response storytelling method is effective in the teaching English math shape vocabularies, and it increases their motivation and creativity experience. The tools that used in these experiments are using the test instrument with one group, that is pre-test, post-test, and using t-test formula. Teaching English for young learners using a total physical response. The problem of this research is English in Indonesia as a foreign language. Young learners are rarely acquired to communicate in their country. The solution is English teachers attempt to both an interesting and fun teaching method, and total physical response is the best method for teaching English. The target group is the young learners in Indonesia. The result is total physical response method can help young learners to memorize vocabulary easily. It can also make young learners get a lot of enjoyable through many activities movement, and it can improve the students' skills both in listening and speaking.
The effectiveness of total physical response method in English with vocabulary mastery of elementary school children. The problem of this research is many parents and their children should be taught English in their elementary school like in others. Moreover, English teachers have been experiencing difficulty in teaching children since the method used is less appropriate. The solution of this research is the researchers struggled to find out the effective method to teach them English, and to try total physical response method as an alternative one. The objective is to investigate whether the use of total physical response method is effective in English vocabulary mastery of elementary school children, and to investigate how that students respond toward teaching English vocabulary using total physical response method. The experimental is independent t-test, SPSS 15 windows, and field notes. And the target group is there are two groups of children in the first class in one Islamic elementary school in Bandung. The result of this research is the control class score calculation is no significant difference between the pre-test and post-test score. In contrast, the experiment class score calculation is significant difference between the pre-test and the post-test score.
The effectiveness of total physical response approach in helping slow young learners with low achievement acquire English as a second language. The problems of this research is English language become a second language in Malaysia, and most of teachers are seriously on memorizing the words and grammar, but less focused on speaking skills. The solutions of this research is using total physical response approach to encourage slow young learners. The objective is to prove the effectiveness of total physical response approach applies to slow young learners, and compare the score between experiment group and control group. The target group is the population of 23 public primary schools in Penang. The tools that used in these experiments are pre-test and post-test. The result for this research is first test score is increased for the experienced group, and learning English as a second language is less stressful than before.
Research on the application of total physical response approach to vocabulary teaching in primary schools. The problem of this research is teachers use the same teaching in the class. Teachers focus on the grammar of vocabulary instead of the meaning more than. Students are asked to follow teachers' order or just repeat what teachers saying. The solution of this research is traditional method of vocabulary teaching overemphasize form of vocabulary and the meanings. The language learning should focus the physical actions such as drawing, music, game, and etc. because it makes the student more interested in learning English. The target group is the students in the 3rd grade in the Central Primary School of China. They were divided into 2 groups, including the experiment group and the control group. The result is the application of total physical response method in teaching can induct students high. The students get understanding easily during the process of doing exercises. Students have time to express themselves by means of physical action. The tools that was used in this research is using the test instrument with pre-test and post-test. This test in order to know how about learning the students' English ability.
Bye bye. Thank you for your attention.